time we can stand for the pledge. I would like to ask Coach Fix to lead us in the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right. First off, we have special recognitions and presentations this evening. And wow, Bridgeport High School football team, AAA football state championship, undefeated. Congratulations. Wonderful. So, certificates for you and Superintendent Seller and Mr. Hogue. Would you like to? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Sounds good.
You know what I gave you? We gave you guys a whole week off for winning.
And tomorrow.
For that.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Hey, we're really glad that you could come out because it does look like we're getting a little bit of snow, but I don't think it's gonna come out for a while. I think it's gonna be cold. You already got a 2-hour delay, so don't push me.
And we'll ask that you guys just push your way all the way over to the wall, because there's a lot of it.
A lot of you.
And
That's
fill
why I'm
in-
glad you came.
Fill in over there and we'll take some pictures for you.
Yep. All right, we're gonna start with Cameron Martin. Dante, if I pronounced your name wrong. Dante here. Brandon Stamp,
We'll hold on to them and give you guys those again. Perfect.
Alex Moses, Josh Love. Hey.
Oh,
I've seen all these
Yes,
guys'
sir.
pictures in the
very much.
paper. Landon Gilliam, Gavin Williams,
That's
Gabe Martin, Trey Spatafor, Lucas Rory.
Hold on, sorry. Another thing, we can just call them out.
Lucas Rory. Carter, Delaney, basketball, okay. Alex, oh, that's a good name. Natter Nicole.
Wrestling.
Wrestling, okay. Graham Vincent. Eli Martin. John Knight. Congratulations. Jack Spatafor.
That's good.
Sean Veltry.
Not just, that's Dante. Dante.
Elijah Knight. Dante just came in. Glad you could make it. Right?
Thank you.
Did I say Sam?
Guys, we may need to start stacking up.
Sam.
Yeah, a little bit.
No,
Start backing up here.
Just kind of go all the way. Yeah, keep going. There we go. Perfect.
Roman.
We'll just start.
Brayden
Just like being
Knapp.
in a huddle, huh?
Congratulations. Jared Rhodes. Wyatt Griffin. John Caputo. Austin Barber. Nat, oh Nate, sorry. Nate Fest. Nat, that's your new name now, right?
100%.
Have you called him Nat before?
No.
Because I know what'll happen now. Sorry. Sawyer Colacerto. I'll try not to mess up anymore. John Bender,
Pretty difficult roster.
Nicholas Glasspool, Wes Conley, Zachary Whitman. Grant Hoskins,
You guys start the corner that way a little bit more.
big guy.
Freshmen start piling in over here.
Roman Messenger. Aiden Gorby. Harrison Hall. Is that Brylan?
Yeah.
That's not one that we're on. Brylan Ford Parker. Oh, yeah. Braden Yates. Cole Arnett. Dominic Piot. Hyatt. Bryson Lowther. Jackson Hale. Kobe Johnson. Gabriel Miller. Holden Hofstadter. Owen Gillespie. Isaiah Clayton. Connor Setchell. Juan Pablo Cortez. Juan. Yep. I didn't do too bad. Juan.
Neptune.
Noah West. Bear Matheny. There you go. Isaac Mitchell. Alex McGinnis. Brody Abraham.
I'm glad
Wesley Brown. Malachi Noose. Alistair Grayson. Noah Davison. Timothy Jeffress. Brody Prunty. Eli Newbro. Ralph Rubenstein. Lyric Messenger. No. Cameron Hathaway. Lucas Day. Tristan Noble. And are they just quiet at school? Are they just quiet at school? Are they? Max Conley. Donald Williams. Carson Bastine. Colton Miller. Jalen Brown.
Basketball.
Connor Hensley. Titan Martin. What's that? Tyrese? Oh, I think we read that, did we not? Oh, yeah. Okay, we probably need to get a certificate made. The Tyrese Moses needs a certificate. Yeah, for sure. We'll give you a certificate, yeah. I have one question before we recognize coaches and everybody. How much does it take to feed all these guys? That's all I was thinking when they were coming up. It's like, yeah. They're saying a lot, yeah. How much? That's not the meatballs. 17 pounds. That's a lot of food. Well, we just want to say congratulations. We'll say congratulations to the team. They were being really quiet, weren't they? Yeah. And we'll want to recognize the head coach, Tyler Ferris, is here. And we had assistant coaches, John Cole, Justin Carey, Sean Snyder, Chase Moore, Casey Stewart, Corey Yates, Jason Piet, and Noah Drummond. So you guys put in the work, put in the time, and you get state champions. You get this group of kids right here. So congratulations. Congratulations to all the parents, because absolutely these kids would not be here unless you were back there supporting them and taking them everywhere they need to go. So, and you young men need to be appreciative of these guys back here that's taken you everywhere and gotten you where you need to be as student players, athletes. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Pushing in. Let's get on the floor.
I should say. I miss
Push in. Let me get my eyes. Let me get my eyes. Bloody eyes.
Listen, I want around my height to come here and kneel down in the front row. My face.
Both sides. There you go. Noah, yeah, make sure you try to get. There you go. Dante's, you step on the back step. Is that? All right, is everybody seen?
All right, everybody who I can see in the front, take out your certificates. I want you to hold them up. There you go. Now unfold it. There we go. Perfect.
I want us to page. Lean your head this way. No, he wants to see you.
Guys, eyes forward. Yo.
Look, 3, 2, 1. All right, parents, go ahead.
There you go.
Got it.
Thank you.
Josh,
Josh, squat.
Josh, you're getting it all to the
I'm breathing down my neck.
I'm gonna have to go back through and I'll just like see my nose.
Who wants to go get Chinese too? Who wants to go? Go. I was fine. It's here. Someone just like that.
Does anybody know?
Miss Matthews wants
I didn't see it.
Yeah. Tell me about yours.
All right. Presenting stuff that we have, Fort Middle School girls soccer midnight conference champions. Come on.
You're our favorite player now. That's right.
Where's the, they all coach basketball.
Oh, well, you're
Most of the girls' team are
celebrating.
on our basketball team, and our coach, both our coaches are also coaching basketball. So
Well, we'll just recognize
Peyton Kelly.
Peyton Kelly was the.
Welcome and congratulations.
That's right, Bridgeport Middle School Girls Soccer Mid-Mountain 10 Conference Championship. And you're here to represent the team, right? So, and thank you for bringing her.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So, and the coach is Jack Boot and the assistant coach is Jessica Boot. So, and then this is Cam Cullen. So, guess we'll do a picture?
Yeah.
That's right. You're the front
The
page.
representative.
Put you in the middle.
We'll put you in the middle.
That's
Where's,
right.
where's,
Yes.
come here, Josiah. Yes, we'll put this one in the front page.
Right.
Right? Put this one on the
She's
front
loving
page.
it. She looks like she loves all the attention.
Oh, yeah,
I
Her dad
can tell.
hates anybody giving her attention.
Uh-huh. Congratulations.
Thank you. You guys, I can take the rest. I'm running out to Bridgeport actually
Okay.
to the basketball game. So, thank you guys.
Thank you very much.
That's all right. Okay. Well, we can clear the room real quick here.
That's right.
Delegations, we have none. Superintendent's update.
Yes, I have a few things. Wanted to update you a little bit. I think I sent it out in an email with where we're at with staff placements for the Consolidated Schools Mergers. We're in a good place. I believe personnel, I want to say thank you to Tammy and her crew really for working and making that so wonderful. What I heard when they were picking their positions. So thank you for that. And then we do have a quick facilities update from Mr. Lopez. It's been a while.
Yes, first of all, the Norwood School is set to finalize the auction January 29th. So we have some Nutter Fort, as far as Nutter Fort, everything's going well until we get this bad spell. The Masons, as far as being out and doing any work last week, have not. They did have a tent up, and when we had, if you remember, we had the storm, tore the tent down, and I guess those tarps are pretty expensive. However, they're gonna need to put back on. So I talked to the contractor about that today, because we need to be making progress so that we can set the I-beams and get the road they want to get out. Simpson, we have a heck of a road being built, and it looks nice. It's starting to support some heavy equipment, and they're beginning that process. Very slow, and again, the weather is kind of played a little havoc on it. Other than that, that's fine. Unless there's any questions.
Just want to say playground's coming along.
Finally.
Yeah, I think they're about done with it, aren't they?
Well, the playground is finished. They did a final punch list. And of course, you saw the fence is up now. And I know that Principal Dick was very happy with it. And she's had some specific things that she wanted to take care of. And so their representative came, and they have to do some touch up, adjust a few of the, some of the equipment. But other than that, very nice playground.
Just take a little bit of time.
It's
We
been-
actually, speaking of playgrounds, had a conversation today about the Mountaineer Middle playgrounds. We want to get those started and figured out. And,
Before they get in.
yep, before they actually start. So I was told today that could be possible. So we just have to pick out there's several playground companies on that co-op, so we can go that direction. Just depending on what principal would want there, and we'll be looking at that. So we get those started and done as far as that goes. Do want to let you know the State Department came out with some funds for school safety. We were waiting for them to come out. The Department of Ed announced that. They have $1 million. They're giving out 30 awards to counties up to $50,000. And we did apply. So we just automatically went in for more weapon detectors that get about that amount. And we knew we wanted more of those, so we just went ahead and we were one of the first applicants down there. So whether that counts or not, I don't know, but we tried to get it in early so we could get considered. So we'll know about that shortly. And then the staff satisfaction survey, we've been working, it's really, we got the contract all settled, signed the contract with them, and they've started working on the preliminary survey. So our target to launch that out to the staff, there's a lot of information that will go out to the staff and the schools, but just to let you know, we're looking at, I think it's February 4th and 16th there. So I would have liked to survey in the middle of the week off. Well, we had a week off. But anyway, so that's coming along. It just takes time to develop the actual instrument, and but they're working on that. Let me see. Oh, Mr. Hood will have a UTC update.
Okay, we met the day that there was no school, but they insisted we be there for the meeting, so we hooked up our dog sleds and we made it down there and had the meeting. And they talked about, on one of their days that was off there, they had, and some of the staff was in, they had a 4-hour safe schools training. Harrison County Sheriff's Department came in and I guess did an outstanding job about the safe schools training. And they was real pleased with it, and they're gonna do some more in the future and everything. And the enrollment is still hanging close to the 400 mark. I think he said maybe 390 some, 392, 393, something like that. And several of the ones that dropped out are the adults. There was, I think there was maybe only 2 students, 1 or 2 students that have withdrawn from the Career Center. And so it's sticking right around there. And other than that, there was nothing with personnel or anything of that nature there. So I pretty much took care of that meeting.
The Alice training that they had was our pro officers.
Yeah.
So they were really impressed with it. So they did a nice job, and because of the size and the way they only have the one facility, they got to spend a lot more time. Ours is about 2 hours,
But
and
this
they did
was
4 hours, so they got to do different scenarios. But it was good for our pro officers as well, I believe. So it was good training. That's all I have.
I would like to really quick ask you if you could put on our next agenda in February, discussion of, and it may be premature, but I would like to get the discussion going at Northview, what we want to do with Northview Elementary. There's been a lot of discussion about that, and how about that lately. So I think that if we can come together and discuss something as a group, that would be good.
I believe you were contacted by somebody from the city today. I mean, it's so
Yeah,
preliminary.
the
but
community development.
For the,
The director of community development for the city of Clarksburg did reach out yesterday and kind of discussed, you know, the idea of WI Middle School and some of the schools, asked what the process was, the formal process. I kind of explained it to them, which really kind of cleared up in her eyes some of the misconceptions that could be out there in the way that 501c3, you know, or a municipality would require that. Because I know we've always been good stewards of the community. We've tried to reach out with, you know, the city. I was Mayor Lumberport when Board of Education reached out to us to acquire Lumberport Middle School. So we had a good conversation. We talked about formally meeting with the superintendent in the future and for them to develop a business plan. And then as we move forward, you know, what the board would desire. So I know we've always had a good relationship with the city of Clarksburg, and we want to continue that. So I told them that the board would be receptive to ideas.
Yeah, that was actually,
Yeah.
thank you, Jim, that was actually my next note. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to bring that up. But, you know, what we could work with the city of Clarksburg any way they want to do for the schools, in my opinion. I'm happy to reach out to anybody on city council if that would be helpful as well. And again, this may be premature, but I want to put it out there. The contents we have in the buildings, I know we're probably not going to need a whole lot out of the buildings. And I know we've auctioned off things in the past. It's been our process. I would like to see if there's a possibility of maybe, and what the rules are, of donating the equipment, or if it's desks, whatever we have in there, we're not going to salvage or use to other counties that maybe don't have a levy. Or to other counties that could use it, school systems.
Yeah, if it's another school system, you can do that.
Okay,
Yeah,
But
yes.
put together pictures and
Yeah.
put it out to usually put out the treasury and facilities people from the state. And then they say they have to come pick them up.
Good, okay, I think that'd be
We've
great.
really worked hard to get inventories of our current buildings because we don't want to move things we don't have to move, because sometimes we get into this where we're moving so much stuff we are looking at using some movers, so it's not all on maintenance, so we'll have to put that out to bid to help with that, but I will tell you that we've had, I think Julie has taken pictures of every room at Mountaineer to know what we need to take. She went and visited Northview and met with each staff member individually to ask them what they wanted to take, what they felt they needed, and we're working on that, already have a furniture order for that. Pam went and took pictures of Liberty, every classroom, so we know exactly what Liberty needs, and we've got a good idea what RC needs. So we've worked, because that's just another whole piece, making sure that there's enough desks, enough, all that, so that has been a big process, and we're trying to put together one collective furniture order. There may be still things that may need to order, but, to get the best price. And we have worked to get multiple companies to get a good price.
My question is, in the past, there's always been items in some of these schools that was auctioned off at a public auction. Is that still a feasible thing? Because I know.
Jimmy could speak to that. I mean, anytime we have things left over, we try to let other schools go in.
So we do inventory, we try to let other schools, come over and take a look, or we inventory, so that they can get items. There's always a diamond in the rough, the items that they need that is there. And then we get, of course, we can go the route of, being able to donate that to counties in need. And then, we had Kaufman comes in and they will inventory everything. And then that is part of the auction. They'll auction everything off, and then those items that don't sell, then they just go with the facility when, however it is donated, auctioned, sold, whatever.
Well, for example, in the library, those, the gigantic tables that are there, I mean, I think they was originally, WI, they was originally, I think when he built the school. And I mean, I think you just can't let something like that just
Right.
go to the four winds.
But let's include that then into our discussion when we talk about the buildings, what we would like to do with that, the furnishings as well.
Okay.
Just a couple ideas, maybe we can talk about that as well.
When are we going to talk about this?
We,
Put on next
she
week.
went next week.
Next week?
We opened Norwood up for several weeks and let people go in, because there were some nice things in there. And maintenance products that they put to the buildings. That helps, and then maybe what's left you can give to another county. Or whatever. See our county, and then we'll have it on the next agenda.
Thank you. All right, this brings us down to consent items. Is there a motion to accept consent items as presented by the superintendent?
I so move.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion on consent items? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. New business, out-of-state travel study requests. Is there a motion to accept the out-of-state travel study requests? So moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, carries 3-0. I didn't hear any ayes on that side. Okay, thank you. All right, carries 5-0. All right. This brings us down to Robert C. Byrd roof replacement change order. Is there a motion to accept the change order for reconciliation of project allowances that were originally included in the contract that were not used? RCB Roofing in the amount of,
This is money back.
money back, in the amount of $2,186,000, is that right?
No, the 33,000.
Oh, sorry, okay, that's, it's good. 33,000.
That would be great.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like mine figured better as well. $32,330.
I move we accept the replacement change order.
Any second? Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Any opposed? Motion carries. Wolf Summit Energy LLC partnership.
I move pursuant to 698412 West Virginia Code that the board go into executive session to discuss any legal matter which by express provision of federal law or state statute or rule of court is rendered confidential or which is not considered a public record within the meaning of the Freedom of Information and Article 1, 29B11, Chapter 29B of this code.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, we'll go to executive session in just a few minutes. to return to executive session?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, so we have a recommended action for the consideration of an amended and restated payment in lieu of taxes agreement among Wolf Summit Energy and Harrison County Commission, Board of Education of Harrison County, Sheriff of Harrison County, and the Assessor of Harrison County, West Virginia, and the authorization of the Superintendent of Schools to execute and deliver the same. So we will be voting to amend the original 2015 name change from Economic was ESC of Harrison County Power to Wolf Summit Energy, owned by GE Electric. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, next we have bus routes for consolidated areas. We have this open to a public discussion. We can open up discussion on the bus routes. Any discussion on any potential movement? I know Mr. Hogan.
You're allowed to leave if you want.
Are you gonna sign?
We just think we better take Curtis and get him out of here before he upsets something.
Yeah, we can sign after.
Huh? You get some stuff signed. Y'all have a great night.
We can print and sign.
What's that?
She can print, we can sign.
That'd be great, yeah. That way we can just,
They can print,
we can take it on to the county commission tomorrow for the next piece, and that's just simple.
okay.
It'd be great.
All right, so while we're waiting on that, we were asked to put this on the agenda for discussion, so if there's anyone that wants to.
When we're consolidating and everything, how are the bus routes gonna be changing? Have we figured out all that?
All of it, no. Do we have a plan? Yes.
Yes?
Yeah, and right now, we're in just the planning stages. There's a lot of, like, some of the bus routes are all going to be dependent on the bus routes that the neighborhood have. We're going to be able to do a lot, the good thing is Northview. It is mostly concentrated. So we'll have a few, we'll only have to have really a few stops. And it's just a matter of which buses that are already going to different locations, we'll be able to pick those up. The good thing is, we're going to be able to do some consolidation. We'll have to do some transfers because we're trying to reduce the amount of time on the bus. But right now, in looking, transportation is not requesting any additional drivers. We think we can do everything that we need to do through just putting those drivers on transfer. We've already talked to them. They're all fully aware of it. And they've been very helpful in helping us in generating some ideas. So, we're working with Traversa, Power Technology, which is a routing system. We have a good base at Beat College with some of our drivers that have been there for a long time. They're going to be able to help assist with that. And we hope to then, in the spring, to be able to unveil bus routes so parents can start to look at where those bus routes are going to be, where the stops are going to be some of the time. But I will caution to say that there'll be some tweaks because of the, you can kind of get an idea of what it's going to be and you can put it into, some routing and software. But when it comes to how many parents are driving their kids to school, the traffic, 1 or 2 minutes could be a difference of 10 minutes on a bus. And being able to be on time and getting them where they need to go because of the traffic flow. And we're going to try to do a lot of those dry runs, but the dry runs will be without all the traffic on the road at the very same time. So, but I think we have a good grip on it. We've been very fortunate. We've eliminated all of our transfers. When you do consolidation, sometimes you have to do transfers from one bus to another. We're probably going to have to do some transfers, but they'll be organized, they'll be safe, and it will reduce the amount of time on the bus. And I'll give you, for instance, with Summit, there's always been a transfer area. We did away with most of that, but we were able to because of the decline in student population. Now, we're hoping to be able to just those kids that come out of that area and go to Salem, we're not gonna have to take buses in Salem and then pull them all the way back in 50 to where they need to go, to the middle school and high school. So we feel like we have a good plan in place. But again, the very first day of school will be some tweaking. It doesn't matter how foolproof you think you have it, there's gonna be tweaking. You take a look at existing routes. When you make a few little changes here and there due to the traffic, there is some logistics that you have to work through. So, but I think it'll go smooth. Everybody will get to school, and I think within the first couple of weeks it'll be very efficient.
But there's already buses like from Northview that would be going to the Liberty Middle Mountaineer Elementary area, right? There's already buses that do that
Yes.
route, right?
Yeah, so we can consolidate those routes, and that will help. Now, we'll probably have to, with transit buses, you can put more kids on, especially smaller kids. So we can have some of those, the transit that is designated to only elementary students for that particular leg of the run. And there may be multiple legs, in the same way with some of the kids in town, in Clarksburg. So.
Mr. Lewis. So students out towards Liberty and Mountaineer, some of them out that way on 19 come all the way over to Victory to go to elementary school?
Well, 19.
Just out past where you turn up on 98 to go up where the UHC used to be, on out that way towards Country Club, out that way.
Oh, the Rosebud area.
Okay, yeah.
So that's been going on for years.
Could that not be changed though, where those kids would sit going to Victory? Wouldn't it be simpler just to bus them right here to Mountaineer Middle?
I think it's certainly a good conversation to have. It takes some action for the State Board of Education too. It may be something that we may want to look at in the future.
But they have that option to do that anyway now,
Oh,
don't they?
yeah,
Yeah,
because
have
it's
that
an
option.
Open enrollment.
They can anyway, but as far as
They pretty
Catching
much
the bus.
go.
catching
Yeah.
the school bus, we've been pretty protective of being overly, modest with, we'll take you here, we'll take you there. 'Cause if you don't, it's a logistic nightmare. Really, the only way my advice would be anytime is if we actually change attendance areas, that we would change bus routes that would transfer into those areas. That's to try to keep it, because if not, it'll just be a nightmare. No good deed goes unpunished sometimes. And so we want to get the kids where they want to go, but I think sometimes when it's open enrollment, the parents have to, make that decision within the family.
If they're aware of that,
decide.
yes. If it just makes good sense instead of transporting them all the way across going out to Victory, if they had an opportunity, just to go across 98 there too.
Yeah, you could
I
go
think-
down here.
But I think the Clarksburg Country Club kids, they go to Big Nutter Fort.
Yeah, they go to
That's
that.
true, and they should have that opportunity to go there too. Obviously, we have, I think, the room there, don't we? At
Mountaineer Elementary.
Going into the
Mountaineer Elementary.
And I think as a superintendent takes a look at the numbers, and then that could be really valid point to, which school, you have opportunity. I mean, Nutter Fort's very crowded.
That's what I'm thinking.
But, so I mean, there is opportunity. Those kids are going to be going to WI Middle School. So I mean, you can think outside the box. It's just that you want to make sure you have a good plan. And I think it's required to go through the State Board of Education. When you do change attendance areas, I think it's something that has to be improved. Maybe I'm wrong.
That'd be something to look at.
We haven't done that.
No, we've never,
Yeah.
done that. We've been, things set in place for a long time. Open enrollment did change the kind of the feel of a parent wants to
It
go
would-
somewhere, but you're
And
right. it's the
consolidation
blessing if they
does
want
afford that
to.
opportunity
Yeah.
to look at that.
And we've been really open to kids moving. Some have went to Lincoln, some are, so we've got.
They gotta buy their own.
Yeah.
That's the key, is the transportation. If they're gonna do the busing, you know, and they wanna go somewhere else, and we don't have a route.
Well, the thing is that if you have a middle school kid in Clarksburg Country Club, they're gonna have to have a bus going to Liberty Middle now. Right?
Well, yeah, yeah.
So that
Instead
is
of going
right
that
there,
far.
right there for Mountaineer Elementary.
But there could be
So
a
there's-
bus from the, like you said, when you
You know
make
what I'm
a
saying?
change
Yeah.
to get them to the new middle school, there could be already a bus there.
Yeah, there's a,
Those are definitely things.
yeah, there's a full
There's
bus.
already a bus.
Yeah.
Fully
And you need to
maintained.
take a look at the numbers in Victory Elementary and, the new Mountaineer Elementary and Nutter Ford to see how you can balance those out too. And where a lot of the, student population is where it's more dense than others. So I think it's something that definitely the superintendent wants to look at down the road.
So are you gonna have to make a bus route to go to the, new Liberty Middle from the Clarksburg Country Club in Hillendale
Yeah,
area?
because you
Because there isn't one now, right?
well, no, it goes to WI.
Yeah.
So.
Yes,
So
it's
you're gonna have to make one there, yeah,
Right.
okay.
So it could
So it could,
resolve some of that itself. just
Yeah.
from
It
the-
could.
From a new
You
route.
want to make sure that if you, wherever you designate it, some buses are, elementary only. We have to define what we're gonna do with those buses. As long as we define it ahead of time, it's good, but, transportation tends to be rule followers. Because they want to make sure that they have the right kids on the right place and they get home.
Yeah.
So that's the key, and so I think if we set it up correctly, I think it could be doable. But I mean, I would prefer there be a change in attendance area. That would be my recommendation, just my experience, rather than just letting kids jump here, jump there. But again, we've been pretty conservative in what we do with transportation, so I'm open to suggestions.
Well, in the words of the famous man, Tom Tucker, just form a committee and study it.
Very good.
All right.
It's a lot of studying.
Yes. All right, any other questions, discussion topics? No? Okay. Thank you. All right, this will take us down to upcoming board meeting dates. If you're looking in front of you, you have the 24, 25 board meeting dates. I have a question. I was looking at the calendar, and everything that's listed on Tuesday is actually Wednesday for July through August. So maybe my calendar is wrong, but is July 2nd?
That's 2024.
Oh, okay, all right, sorry about that.
Yeah, we got it in the
All right, there we go.
It should be correct.
We've already done those.
All right.
Ignore the name.
Ignore
I think the reason we put that on there is that I believe we're just having this meeting and then we're resuming our regular schedule in February because of the 21st meeting being canceled.
Gotcha.
So I wanted to make sure we knew that. So this is our one meeting. And then the 2 February meetings will be back on schedule because we do have a lot of personnel to get on there. And that's why we wanted to just clarify our meeting dates. I think there was something with moving one of the budget meetings back. Did you want to move it back to 5 instead of 6? But that's a special meeting. That'll be our special meeting. No.
April 17th.
Yeah, I think it's special work.
Cancel the
It
21st.
says 6 o'clock.
Which one?
The
April
17th
17th.
work session. Yeah, it was a budget work session. Do you want to move it back?
If it's okay with that.
That
just gives us an extra hour.
I'd like to see us, if we can move the March 18th meeting either to the week before or the week after.
Yeah.
I'll be out of town
Yep, we already talked about that.
Monday through to the following Sunday.
Probably need to be afterward, because the week before, isn't that the girls?
Are you out that whole week? It's
Yeah.
possible to do it on a Monday. It really
No.
does kind of, because it falls right in the middle of our personnel.
I can't do Monday.
We kind of was talking about that.
I know,
And it's.
You talk about
It's a lot.
Well, no,
So what date do you need to have everything done? Could we meet on the 17th, I'm sorry, on the 24th or the 25th, not Monday, but Tuesday, 25th?
Calendar, if it's not that Monday or Tuesday, we pretty much need to eliminate it because then we can't do the postings. And they run into each other's, postings and agendas and stuff like that, so if you really can't do it, like the Monday before, I mean, unless we need to approve stuff, that's fine, but we can't do a posting.
Can we move it to like a Friday, the Friday before?
You're talking about the 14th?
Huh?
The
Did
14th?
you call in, Mr. Hope, if everybody?
No, you never be able to hear me.
Could you call in? That was you.
The 14th, are you suggesting the
Whatever the-
14th, that Friday before the week of the?
Well, the Friday before wouldn't help because we have to have the agenda out before.
On Thursday.
Yeah.
Before everything's
Yeah.
done.
Monday, yeah,
Before
yeah, on
the
Monday.
posting is up, and, yeah. We're just really tied to the timelines.
yeah, I think February is when all of the consolidation stuff was gonna get finalized on personnel. March is when we're in our
Transfer season.
transfer season, so it's limited on,
Can we split the postings up? I don't know if that would work.
Look at her face. No, that's a strong no. No, we can keep it consistent just for them to know exactly when the posting is going to take place. We start asking them
Yeah.
things then.
What if you did it on Monday, say, later on Monday afternoon, late Monday afternoon or evening?
17th?
she
I can't
teaches
do
it.
Monday, so I'm
Yeah.
teaching.
Not at all?
No. She teaches.
So how long do you anticipate this meeting to take? Is maybe we can move it to a noon timeframe?
This is all
If you
she-
do noon on Monday, with the 17th on Monday at noon work?
That would keep them.
Yes, that keeps the pattern, that would be fabulous. That work.
Or would you want to do it in the morning before you go down?
Well, I mean,
What time
I can do it
do you teach?
earlier, I can
She
do it
take her
earlier
lunch?
in the morning,
Oh,
on Monday.
I can do morning.
Can you do
Yeah, I don't need to leave town until.
as long as we give enough notice, you can, you know, as long as we don't make it a.
Monday at 10?
Does Monday work for you, Mrs. Lee?
Yes, absolutely, 17th. Is
And
that-
we want to make sure we do anything we can to please you.
Please, thank you, I appreciate it.
Monday the 17th at 10?
Between personnel and budget, and all, we want to make
All right,
sure.
all right, Monday the 17th at 10 a.m. You do Monday the
Got it,
17th,
safe.
10 a.m.?
Monday the 17th at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll bring muffins.
Very good.
All
I
right.
have a
Ms.
question.
Hines, you had a comment?
It was the budget, levy rates have to be on that board agenda too, because the assessor has to have it till the third, that's not enough time to get it until March 4th. So we have to have that second. That's the statement.
So we're going to leave it.
Take it on the link.
It's gonna be on the
17th.
17th.
Let's put it at 10 a.m.
At 10 a.m.
17th, 10 a.m.
March 17th, 10 a.m.
All right.
And then we move the one per meeting to 5.
What
We'll
was it?
update this.
Well, no.
We can update this, Caitlin, and give them a yes.
Yeah, you update.
We're not gonna still meet later in the day at 5 though, on the 17th.
I'll get my camera.
No.
If I get that,
There's nothing, just 10
Just,
a.m.
yep, just 10 a.m. Okay. All right, no old business. New policy update, approval of policy 7530.01, board-owned personal communication devices. Is there a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion?
I was lost there. Where we at now?
We are in policy.
Communication devices.
Oh, policy,
Policy,
okay.
policy updates. 7530. board-owned personal communication devices. We good? All right. Any further discussion? None? All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Personnel matters. Is there a motion to approve personnel matters as presented?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion on personnel matters?
The only question, the one gentleman that's on there from, transfer to sign, is he the one that played the,
I don't recall.
I just thought maybe, I have no problems, I just wondered if that was who it was, and I didn't see it.
You're talking about B, item, professional recommendations, transfer assigned B.
Yeah, the second one.
I don't recall that.
Okay, that's fine, I'm not,
All right, any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, brings us down to board member comments. Mr. Tucker.
I don't have any, thank you.
Mr. Hope.
I'd just like to thank everybody out there in TV land, radio land that joined us tonight. I thought it was good meeting.
Dr. Santel.
Yes, I'd just say that I'm really hopeful with one of our latest hires that will be helping the math teachers. And the math teachers have been working very, very hard and they deserve this. And we have some really qualified math teachers that are working hard. Unfortunately, there are just circumstances beyond their control. And they're just doing the very best they can. And we know they care for their students and want to do a good job. So I hope they have a really good working relationship with this new person. And as you mentioned, that some of the changes we saw in English language arts, we'll see those in math. I'm really hopeful. And thanks to the math teachers. God love them.
Ms. Smith.
I just want to take this time to talk about a couple of phone calls that I received in regards to exams. I don't know if anybody else received any calls or not, but I know we're at the situation where we have all take all. And in the case of one school where there were 7 periods and they were taking 7 exams in 2 days, they felt a little overwhelmed. And I'm pretty sure the teachers also felt overwhelmed taking 7 exams, giving 7 exams for 20-some kids. That's 140 exams, not only preparing for them, but then doing the, review guide and getting the students ready to take the exam, preparing the exam, giving the exam, grading the exam for 140-some students. And so I would like to suggest or come up with a different proposal, maybe for we'd like to look at it. I'll hand it out here. Maybe we could put it on the next agenda if someone would like to look at it, where we go back to the old exam policy where you take 2 core, 2 elective required.
And I will say, as a former classroom teacher, never mind.
Not time for discussion.
Right.
Yes.
And so I just want to pass this out so you guys can see it, look at it. And I asked Superintendent Stuckler to review it with the principals or whatever, and maybe put it on the agenda for the next agenda.
That's acceptable. Okay. No?
That's it, thank you.
Thank you. I don't have anything, so at this point, we'll accept the motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We're done.
Should I sign this or the board president? Does it matter? Because it just says Harrison County. Board of Harrison.
I'll find out.
Yeah, I just don't want it to be wrong. It doesn't really designate, it just says the Board of
If it was
Education.
approved by the board, it should be board president.
That's what I'm thinking. That's
In
why I
the
didn't sign.
motion, it mentioned superintendent of schools.
Yeah.
That might be confusing.
I should give you 2 lines.
Yeah, it just was the one I thought, I think it's more for the board president.
Oh, yeah.